But let's keep it with some earnings then. And Ramco Systems posted a decent set of numbers. Virender Agarwal, CEO Ramco Systems, joins in. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, looking at the top line growth, what were the factors that were responsible for the same, and how do you see the next 2 to 3 years shaping up?
We have had 3 consistent quarters of 6% growth, and this particular quarter we had 4 large wins, about $1 million plus each outside India, and that has primarily been the reason this quarter results revenue has also grown nicely. Overall, the cloud computing market is the hottest market globally, and we expect that this sector will keep growing at a rapid pace.
Your losses may have narrowed, but if I'm not wrong, on the standalone basis, you are still in the red. Is the consolidated picture a bit different? And if not, when do you break into the black? Is it in the current year?
We broke into the black last quarter, and this quarter we had losses. So currently we are more focused on expanding a global revenue base and making the product become global, and we are in the investment mode in terms of marketing. So we may have quarters of ups and downs taking place. We just right now focus on building a very steady order book. So we're not as much focused to make sure that we deliver profit every quarter. The focus is on solid revenue growth and solid order booking growth globally.
Would that come at the cost of having to hire expensively and extensively? Because I see that it's essentially the employee benefit expenses which have taken a toll this time compared to the March quarter.
So what is happening is we are shifting our expenses away from product development more towards marketing, because we have a good product. So we are, instead of expanding on features, we are just expanding to make sure it runs on mobile devices. Otherwise, the focus is on building global market presence, partner network, and taking the product to global markets. So if our revenue from India, which used to be more than 50% last year, is about 28% this year. So outside India revenue is 72%, which is a sign of the fact that the product is finding global acceptance, and that is what we are focused on. So I think the manpower expenses won't increase significantly. If any increase takes place, it's only in brand building and marketing.
Right. Now, Mr. Agarwal, you would appreciate my line of questioning. The reason why I was trying to get that going is that the market is certainly rewarding your company. The stock has done very well. So it's probably essentially got to do with how they believe the company will do over the next couple of years. What's your vision plan? From where you are, you've got a product which is successful, both in terms of revenue growth as well as in terms of the delivery and the bottom line. How does Ramco shape up over the course of the next 2 to 3 years?
See, the cloud computing market is a very hot market. So we see a huge opportunity. You see Workday, its market cap opening was $7 billion plus when it IPO'd, on a revenue of close to $100 million and so on. So, and they are running huge losses as well. So this market, everybody is trying to occupy a space. Cloud market, everybody is entering and occupying a space, and people are very focused on occupying the market. Just as you see with Flipkart and others, they're all busy occupying the marketplace. They're not counting necessarily whether the bottom line is in black or not. So we are in a very red hot enterprise cloud computing space, and we don't want to be left behind and become a marginal player, say 0.1%, 0.5% of the market, or we want to capture at least 3 to 5% of the cloud HCM and aviation market globally, and possibly 2.5% of the global ERP market on cloud.
So just wanted to know also about your recent order wins. What's the order pipeline and the current order book, and over the next few quarters, what's the vision there?
So if you see company's past history, we normally would average never more than one order every quarter, which was more than $1 million. This quarter we had 4 orders more than $1 million. So it's a sign that we are winning larger business, and we are winning from global multinationals. We are winning business from Fortune 500 companies. So we are beginning to get the confidence of large global multinational players, and we are in product business. It is a lot more difficult than services business, and we are expanding in various countries in Europe and other places. Our pipeline looks very strong. The number of $5 million plus deals that we never had in our company's history as many deals in our pipeline. So we are on the basis of pipeline, on the basis of the recent order wins, we have confidence that the product is finding global acceptance. And if we stay focused on making the product run better on mobile and focus on marketing, branding, and making the product easier to use, I think we will see a lot more success.
Okay, so two quick questions rolled into one. About fundraising, when do you plan to do this proposed QIP? And two, you mentioned about not focusing on bottom line but focusing on top line. What's the top line growth estimate, or what's the top line number anticipated either end of FY15 or FY16?
So we are a listed company and I won't like to make forward looking statements, so okay. Neither do we give revenue guidance. All I can say is that the market we are in is very hot. And we are one of the few players who have a complete suite of products available on cloud which are working for many years. Many of our competition are trying to bring by acquisitions those products into the market. So all I would say is that we are just focused on making sure we win a lot of business. And in cloud, the revenue translates a lot more slowly because the revenue is spread over 36 months or 60 months. So in terms of revenue guideline, I won't be able to give you that, but I will just say that we are very we see a good possibility of increasing order booking globally.
We'll have to leave it at that, but we wish you all the best, and we'll of course talk to you again post your numbers. Really interesting and really nice talking to you. Thanks so much for joining in today and giving us that perspective. Okay.
Thank you so much.
One more set of numbers that came out. CESC, Sanjeev Goenka, Chairman.